We're starting early because why not? Happy Monday! It feels like the Mondayest of Mondays, though, does it not? Good morning.
Just breathing your day, yeah, making waves, kicking ass online, can't behave, laughing in the face of wannabe queens, living off memes and caffeine dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes the beam. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Fruity beauty, fat flex, but she shapes the beam. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen, ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life dream. Tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle a flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean in the murky depths of life dream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile, leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw, leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care, streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign, feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean in the murky depths of live stream.
Good morning from me and my mean smirk. How the hell are you? Hello, be kind. Hello, free the people. Hello, Wiki. I'm very sorry that your mom didn't let you sit on the grass for longer, but I promise after the live stream, she's going to promptly take you out. Right, BK? By the way, thank you for gifting the membership and welcome to Old Wrinkly Wiener. Hello, Tiffy. Hello, Erin. I think I said hi to you. If I didn't, hello, my gorgeous best friend. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lori. Hello, Free the People. Hello, Nick. Hello, hello. Sniper, I don't know if you're still here, but you were here first thing when I woke up. So, hello. Good morning to you. Okay, Foodie's been doing very weird live streams, you guys. So, I guess yesterday it came out that she's been staying at the apartment up until yesterday. She just finally moved out. So she had her bezers worried for no reason. She's been fine in an apartment, not living in the car. I don't believe she's renting that van. I think it's her mom. What are the odds that you rent the same exact vehicle as your mother? Same year, same everything? Like, what are the fucking odds, right? And if she was truly renting a van, wouldn't she be live longer than 20 minutes at a time? I think yesterday she graced our presence with like an hour. If she was truly renting something, wouldn't she be live much more? I don't know. The whole situation is weird. I thought we could talk about it. Twitter's been interesting. Everybody's fighting, by the way. And this is what we are going to do. We're going to stay the fuck out of it, okay? Sometimes I like to be nosy. I'm so fucking nosy. And like, there's times where I need to know that talking about what everybody else is fighting about is not healthy for anybody. It's a whole lot of drama, like everybody's fighting. So we're sticking to the foodie beauty stuff. No need to take on all of that. A lot of people, I don't understand why they're still fighting. Other people, I truly don't understand what they're fighting about. And I actually don't want to. I don't know. I've heard enough about it, so just trust me on it. Just stay out of it, you guys. Nothing good comes out of messing with all these fights going on, okay? So we are just going to talk about foodie beauty gossip from the weekend, basically. Tom Harlock did another video on foodie. We have a clip to watch of that. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think she's going to end up living in the camper, you think? Oh, yeah, I heard she doxed her landlord. Shared the location of the camping site that she's going to with her family. Supposedly she's going on a camping trip with her family. What else happened? I don't remember. It's all on Twitter though. Who's fighting? FFG versus everybody, it seems like. And it's just a whole lot of negativity, like just on both sides, or all the sides, I guess. I'm not blaming one person in particular. I'm saying the whole situation is ugly. And then that Hecate, and Busy Little Bee, and Belinda, and all these people, and it's something about somebody named Zoom. And from what little I heard, just the situation's yuck, all of it. And I don't want to know anymore, right? Like, it's just, trust me on this. Trust me on this. Have we even seen her actually drive? Yeah, she's been behind the wheel of the car, but we haven't actually seen her drive anywhere since she's been in Canada. I don't think so. I mean, I could have missed it. Have you guys seen her actually drive anywhere? Stella doxed herself, doxed her landlord, doxed her family's camping trip. But we're the doxers, right? Hey, Sammy. Hi, Breezy. Took a break from Foodie, but I'm loving your format with the gossip. Thank you. I have a good time on Twitter. When I stay out of the bullshit and just stick with the Foodie Beauty hashtag, it's a really good time over there, let me tell you. All right, let me share my screen. It's good to see you again. Be kind. Did I thank you for gifting the membership? I hope I did. Uh, I don't know. I've been up for a while. But it just feels like a Monday. I don't know how else to describe it other than it was so hard to wake up. Like, I feel like there's like, and usually I'm the person once I'm up, I'm up. It was like hard to get up. I kept falling back asleep. And then at one point I had to like drag myself out of bed because I knew the dishes weren't going to do themselves. And if I didn't get it all taken care of, it was just going to pile up some more. So then I did that. And then I like practically crawled to the dryer. Folded clothes. I have a Coke Zero now by my side. This is my best friend at the moment. I don't know how else to describe it other than I just feel tired today. Tired. Maybe it's because the kids are out for the summer. And it feels like even though they're on summer break, like we're not, right? Like, anyways, I'm having a mom moment with you guys. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. Welcome back, Sammy. Hope it's all fake. Hey, Mirabella. Good to see you. All right, you guys. So, should we watch this Tom Harlock clip? I think we should. Top Mom B said Tom Harlock summed it up nicely, short and sweet. Again, this is going to be foodie beauty gossip from the weekend, you guys. A variety of it, okay? A variety.
Get up! Help me get up!
Babe, you cannot move?
I'm stuck!
Oh my gosh, she's stuck. Wait, let me help her.
Well, before you do that, can you spin her really fast? Because if that roundabout holds up, you might strike oil.
Oh my god. Don't ever try it, babe.
Oh my god.
It's not for you.
Once the sun buggered off, the heat was a bit easier to handle. And come the evening, Salah dished out a candlelit meal. I'd have to try really hard to push the poo things to the back of my mind, but I think I'd love this.
This is a juicy lemon.
Oh, this was nasty.
Oh my god, my mouth is watering.
Yeah, a little fresh salad and kebabs by the fire.
Look at that. Perfect. Good job, babe.
Was this when they did something to the chicken? I can't remember if they fisted it or fingered it, but I somehow like blocked this out of my memory, and I know we watched it, but I know something happened to the chicken.
Oh, that looks lovely, Salah, but don't take offence if I use my own personal meat thermometer. I have a sneaking suspicion you want me to piss out my arse.
It's nice to experience a part of the Kuwaiti culture. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you like it. And my goal is to make you relax.
After a sweaty night in a shipping container, they were ready to say
Chachi, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Hi. Yes. Okay. We all know. We all know, okay?
goodbye to the camp and head on home.
All right, beautiful goats.
See you later.
Goodbye.
As relaxing as their time was, it must be easy coming home to this little baby.
Oh, look at this adorable cat, guys. She's cute AF.
They have a little kitten called Julia, and as sweet as she is, after leaving her cats behind when she first came over to Kuwait, nobody really wants to see Chantal around any animal. But then
No.
came Bruce.
Hi. Hi. Don't bite me. Aw.
Whilst on a romantic picnic at the start of the month,
Sit and spin, get stuck spinning. Didn't she break that too? That's when she finger banged the chicken. He turned the chicken into charcoal, but she groped that chicken with seasoning. They stole all the water on that trip. Didn't she steal all the water? I went back to bed too. Hey, Ari, I don't know who anybody is anymore. Hold on, let me go to your channel. Okay, you are Ari. I don't know who anybody is. Hey, Maria. He's so creepy. He is. I remember feeling weird about the way he was talking about the beautiful goats. Um, I stand by the feeling. I just think he's all
Get
bad
up!
news. Oh
Let
no.
me get up.
Okay,
Babe.
no need to replay. I'm not going to ruin anybody's day, but I think he's a creep in several ways. That's all I'm saying. Gravy P said they got it wrong but corrected it. I guess they found the park she was parking at. Foodie's been going to the park a lot lately. Nobody else needs to go to the park because Foodie has gone for all of us, okay? Here's some good music for you to listen to today. Boston, More Than a Feeling. I feel like if you don't listen to that song and somehow start playing like air guitar or even the air keyboard or something, like you're not listening to it right. I really should have been in a band, you guys. I really have missed my calling. I should have played guitar in a band and traveled the world. Actually, I say this, but like knowing what I went through and I wasn't in a band, maybe it's a good thing that I cannot play anything. How about Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses? I feel like that song just gets you wanting to dance. I just thought this poll was interesting. How do you watch the girls? A majority of people said the favorite reactors, and the second one was Twitter snipe. Yeah, so if your favorite reactor isn't live, I know there's certain accounts that you can find by searching the Foodie Beauty hashtag over on Twitter, and you can watch it live with a lot of people on Twitter. Hey, Mildred Chester. Mrs. Chester, that's who you are. Hello, all just got here. What a good girl Chachi is. I think she's been talking just to talk, though, this morning. Like, since she woke up, she's just yapped away. I don't know. Nothing could be going on, and she just has a lot to say. I think she's sick of Foodie Beauty. I think she's saying, Mom, I'm sick of this lady. I don't know who she is, but why do I always have to hear about her? And the parrots have been flying over, so she might be barking at them too. Sometimes they're really loud. People were making jokes that Foodie Beauty is going to be living in a storage unit. That's illegal. I knew somebody, well, I didn't know somebody who did. Okay, when I was in sober living, one of the girls that lived there, her boyfriend lived in a storage unit. Why, I don't know. But I know he had to like be in always at a certain time, and then he couldn't answer like any calls to her after, I forget if it's like 6 p.m. or something. He eventually got kicked out, and then he moved to another storage unit. And I think he lived there for quite a while too. Anyways, it's very illegal. I can't imagine wanting to live in one, but Foodie would want to, right? I know some people feel like they have no options, but there's got to be better than a storage unit. Buy a van, park it down by a river. There you go. This is actually horrible, but it might work for people like Foodie Beauty. Do you know in certain places, overweight people are publicly weighed and ordered to slim down? It's under new rules in Turkey with inspectors patrolling public spaces. I would die. Like, I get anxiety when my doctor tells me to get on this scale. And I'm not foodie beauty size. Like, I worked hard to lose a lot of weight, but like, I would die of anxiety. I would. And then I feel like this is so dangerous. But again, maybe this would work for foodie beauty if she knew that she had to do this and she couldn't lie. But this is so, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Dark Booba said, imagine if Salah had fled Kuwait to Turkey. I would die of an anxiety attack in Turkey. That's what I would do. They probably make you talk on the phone a lot too. Anyways, listen loud too. She heard Wiki was sad and giving him a shout out. That's wild. Yeah, I had a sinking feeling in my stomach. I know this is supposed to be funny, but I actually think this is horrible. Anyways, sorry if you live there and that you think this is a good thing. Maybe it is. Maybe it really is. And I'm not seeing beyond the people who are already skinny and going to get skinnier just because they know they're, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, well, I guess it's not skinny people. They're just doing the overweight people, right? But what if you already have an eating disorder and now you have this whole fear unlocked of having to weigh in front of a bunch of people? That's kind of fucked up. I would never go out in public. I seriously would get agoraphobia. I would. Like, what if I gained an extra 5 pounds during Christmas? I feel like Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when I eat like all the pumpkin pie. You cannot control me and my pumpkin pie eating. It's just, I love pumpkin pie. I feel like if you've never had pumpkin pie, why not? It smells amazing. It tastes amazing. I don't know if I count myself as a real pumpkin pie eater though, because I don't eat the pie crust. I just eat the pie filling. But and then I have to eat it with a lot of whipped cream. Cool Whip sometimes if I'm in the mood. But anyways, I guess I wouldn't be eating all that pumpkin pie if I had to do this. I would control myself like a lady. That's what I would do. I could see the pros and cons of this, is I guess what I'm saying, but I don't know. I am so grateful to not live in Turkey today. What is this about? Carrie said some people thinking she's staying with good old Pete's at his mommy's house. I would believe it. She's been in his side chat posing up. He's such a sucker. He's just so weird, dude. Like, there's some people there are no words for other than fucking weird, and he is one of those people. I mean, how many times does Foodie Beauty have to shit on him before he, like, wakes up? Maybe he just likes to be shit on. So Pizza Shit was the original poster and said Chantal went live, audibly depressed, complaining about being alone and being heartbroken, and then left after 22 minutes. What a disaster. She is homeless, has several failing organs, and is now also single. And that's why Carrie said some people thinking she's staying with good old Pete's at his mommy's house. Carrie said, I think Pete's mom lives in a retirement home and they have strict rules. Maybe she's at a Motel 6. Carrie said, well, now we know she was at the apartment until yesterday. She always fucking lies. Like, who lies about camping in a van and shitting in the woods? Like, that's not normal, right? Of all the things to lie about, I don't know. She's so stupid. And then I think about the 3 idiots in Foodie Beauty's chat who really thought the reaction channels got Foodie Beauty kicked out and she was sleeping in the woods fighting off bears. Like, she doesn't fucking care about anybody. She's so selfish. Foodie, how is your broken toe? I hope you stub it today. Okay, so Nana Spike T retweeted PI's recaps. I don't remember if we read this one. I don't remember if we covered this one, to be honest. I heard Pete's mom was on vacation. Her lies are ridiculous. They are. Ricky Bobby, hello, hello. Pumpkin helps repair damaged muscle as well as antioxidants. Well, I am just going to keep eating my pumpkin then. It's really good. I have no complaints. I've never had a pumpkin pie I didn't like. All right, so here's a recap from 6/28/25, live from the car. One woman, no camera, no charger, no clue. Live in a car, no camera again because we've seen that shirt for 6 days straight. From the moment she hit go live, it was all yawns, sighs, and the unmistakable hum of heavy breathing. She's exhausted. She moans. Girl, from what? Eating seafood Alfredo in your mom's front seat? Also, she doesn't know how much it costs, which means someone else paid. Naturally, within 90 seconds, the combo shifts to shocker pickles. Because nothing says riveting livestream like whiplashing from Alfredo to pickle talk. The chat takes the wheel and instantly we're in Boringville. Pop 1. Cue the comment section dragging out a vintage classic. Didn't you say it's okay for men to cheat if their wife's in another country? Her. What's your point? I don't hang on every word I said years ago. Okay, Queen Revisionist. A revisionist history? More yawning, more sighing. Claims she maybe is camping, but oh no, her phone is dying and she lost her charger. Babe, you've been live for 10 minutes. Check under your fupa. You found a Pringles can there last time. Maybe it's next to that. Then she muses about YouTube. She likes it, but wants to do other kinds of videos, but admits it's easier than a real job. Translation, she's never leaving. The spiral begins. She hints at Salah. Chat drops the Salah emoji. Suddenly, tears. Oh, my handsomest man, she cries into the void. No Salah in sight. Just silence, denial, and crumbling delusion. She closes with, my heart is broken. I'm all by myself. I don't want to live with anyone but my husband. So poetic, so tragic, so deeply unserious. Phone allegedly on 10%, she promises to return if she finds her charger. And just like that, she's gone. Faster than Salah running from the marriage certificate. Damn! Yeah, I haven't mentioned lately. I love your recaps. I really do. Her lies are ridiculous. Happy Monday, Ricky. It was hot and I got sunburned. It was a good weekend. I hope yours treated you fabulous. She's not married. Nope. I don't know why she's still pretending. Nana Spike T said, darn, I missed this riveting content being that I was out enjoying the day with my hubby. Sounds like Foodie is really living the life. A life we are all so jealous of. Oh, yes. Where's my lost phone charger? Uh, okay, by the way, people point out her filters in this. She looks dead and bloated. I don't know why she posts the pictures that she posts, but look at the filter doesn't line up with her eye. Do you see that right there? Trying to zoom in as much as I can. Are you changing the color of your eyes, Foodie? And what is going on with that lip liner? Hold on. Ew! You need a lip scrub. Okay, I always regret zooming in every single time I do. What is happening with your face, by the way? I'm doing it again. Why do you have spider veins in your cheek? Look at the caked on makeup on her nose. Okay, zoom out. Her eye is still leaking, by the way. Okay, well, thank you for posting that. I said something along the lines of that she looks like she died some odd amount of time ago, either yesterday, 5 years ago. Oh, wait. She looked like she died last week and finally just washed up on the beach. That's what she looks like to me, dead and bloated. But she said blowing out someone else's candle won't make yours shine brighter. Remember that? I feel good about what I said. Who do you look half dead? Have you seen yourself lately? Without filters? I just wouldn't post myself if I looked like her. Definitely not married. He could have showed her anything. Her diabetic eye, it's nasty. JM said, well, we had the wrong name then. We shall change it to Karma. What did this say? Hold on. Sometimes I don't remember what I retweet, so it's a surprise to both of us. All of us, I guess. Pizza Shit said, Karma did not fucking get me, you stupid assholes. I'm shitting in the woods and sleeping in my car by choice. I don't know what's the truth with her anymore. I don't believe she could even sleep in that van. Maybe she had to sleep in there, and I don't know. I guess I'm not buying it. But what I do know is either way, her life is a mess. She has no place to call home. She doesn't even have her own vehicle right now. She has nothing. No husband, no cat, no friends, nothing. Um, Her life is ugly right now. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just so chaotic, dysfunctional, toxic, full of bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Um, I don't envy her. I know she thinks we're all jealous of her, but I will take my boring life any day other than what she has going on. Lori said Foodie is live and claiming to have moved out of the apartment. Hashtag pork roast. I guess Sally asked Booty Beauty to leave Cornwall and promises a video of Julia. Hold on. Did this really happen? But not in Cornwall, please. Yes, you will see a video of Jews in a few days. Wow. King's Voice said, I wonder if Salah is making a season 4 trailer. Bubbles and Cheeks said, season 4 is a snooze fest so far. Who knew he'd become the interesting part of her story? Do we believe that's really him, though? When does his English sound so good? I don't think that's him. I think he's still hiding out. I think he I don't know, I say that, but then at the same time, I have this odd feeling she's gonna show up in another country soon with him. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I do. Either way, I don't believe that's really him in her chats. I just don't. Hey, Toki. Hey, Violet. Good to see you. Mrs. C. Hello, hello. I'm so sorry if I missed you guys. Welcome in. We're just shit talking, basically. Mystic Baby Snakes replied to somebody and said, didn't she say it was a rental and that her mom needs her car? But of course, rule number one always applies. Let me see what the original tweet was. Go up. There you have it, folks. The new Camping with Steve. The only difference is that one is a national treasure and the other is a national embarrassment. Fart Girl Summer Homeless Edition. Jennifer V said she's staying with her mom. That's her mom's car. And then Mystic said, didn't she say it was a rental and that her mom needs her car? Jennifer said, with that money, could she pay for a rental? That ish is expensive. It's true. I think it's her mom's car. Why does she lie so fucking much about the stupidest things? I mean, I guess she's worried her mom's car is probably going to get towed again if people find out where she is. Sometimes I forget that whole thing happened to her. But in general, she lies about the dumbest shit in the world. This is where Chantal's at right now? What is this?
Welcome home. This here's the kitchen. You got your pots, your pans, your knives. Under the
I'm so
seat is
confused.
cereal. All this is yogurt. And check this out. Ta-da! Dinner is served. 2 night specials. We have a Kit Kat on Kicks and
Why am I not full screen for whatever is happening? Tonight's special Kit Kat on Kicks. Woo!
a milk sauce. We got a TV in the living room and the garden. Fuck a bag. Where's the bathroom? The answer? That well right over there.
Oh my god.
Welcome home.
Okay, this would still be more entertaining than whatever Foodie's doing. Please, God, let this happen. Please, if you can hear me, I don't ask for much, okay? I don't ask for much. She thinks she's so clever and sneaky. Girl World is a great distraction. So many rabbit holes, videos, and live streams to have on. Oh my gosh, if you guys are ever bored and scrolling on Facebook, there's so many rabbit holes everywhere. There's this person I now hate watch. I typically don't like Facebook, But one day I stumbled upon, I don't know, for some reason, country line dancing started showing up for me left and right. Everybody's country line dancing. And then one day I was like, oh, this girl seems like she really loves it. And her name was Emily Spellman, or is. And then I clicked on her profile and I'm like, oh, and then I loved seeing her dance because she just truly had so much fun on the dance floor. And then I found out who she's married to. The guy is like 4'11" and a narcissist. In my opinion, like, he's always talking about how he pays for everything. He like makes videos just to point out how she doesn't pay for anything in their relationship. He brags about paying for her friends' cars to get fixed. Anyways, I fell down this weird rabbit hole, and if you ever want to go down it, please don't send Emily any hate because she's actually so sweet. And I think she's just very young, and this guy is older. And I don't know. If you've ever been with a narcissist, you understand how charming they could be, and then you don't see everything fully, right? Until it's far too late. I could also be completely wrong about this guy, and it's completely normal to say and make videos pointing out how you pay for everything. Maybe I'm wrong. So, anyways, if you're ever bored one day, go down the rabbit hole. He even has a whole Reddit dedicated to him. People are not fond of him. He comes off actually, like I said, just narcissist. Okay, anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about this other than she seems really nice, so please don't send her any hate. Navigate to YouTube Studio, then go to customization, basic info, and edit your channel name there. Thank you, Violet. Oh God, he's the biggest dick in the world. He is. You have to watch him long enough to understand, because at first you just see him dancing and having a good time, right? No, he does other things too, like, there's this one video of them, um, like, they'll make tons and tons of videos saying they have no problem with each other dancing with other people, but he'll dance so sexually, like, with another person right in front of his wife, and then one time in the background, you see his wife get mad, and she grabs her flannel and storms off, but then they gaslight us, and they tell us we didn't really see that happen. It's seriously worth looking into, okay? Anyways, he has videos up on his page. Think like dirty dancing, the most sexual dance. I don't know. Just think a sexual dance where you have somebody's legs spread around you, all that stuff. He has that on his page and he does that with other women in front of his wife. I would not be fond of that. I don't care how strong my marriage was. I would not be okay with somebody's legs around my husband. I just wouldn't. Anybody else? There's always a little drama going on in random chats I float into. No worries, Ricky. If anyone wants to know how to change your handle, Violet, we appreciate that because I feel like we don't know who anybody is anymore. I kind of swore it started like 5 months ago. I started seeing people's, like, maybe it's in the comment section. I was noticing that in studio. I was noticing like a bunch of numbers and people's names didn't look the same, but maybe it finally switched over to chats too. Anyways, back to foodie beauty stuff. I'm in a yappy mood. I'm sorry. Bad Seed said, I guess I'm kind of waking up. Bad Seed said, there's no way in all of hell that this is actually glitter tits in this chat. Since when does he speak and spell perfect English? Get the fuck out of here. I love that his name is Glitter Tits. Let's see. My love, I will quickly fill the oxygen tank and come back, because the nitrogen and carbon dioxide are increasing dramatically. That is not Salah. That is not Salah. Teardrop, is that you? Tracy? Did you guys hear Foodie Beauty wants to come to the United States, by the way? She wants to go on a road trip to Texas. To Texas. Daryl said Foodie was so overcome with grief after hearing one of her bezers lost their pet that for 2 seconds she stopped eating her Wendy's nachos. She's the queen of compassion, and you haters have no feelings. None. I have a cold, cold heart. God, I'm gonna have that cold, cold heart. Do you guys know what song is now playing in my head?
Me and Juice are doing adventures. No, Ambrosius. I had a feeling. Oh no, Ambrosius. Oh. Rest in peace, Ambrosius. Was he older? Poor Ambrosius. I'm so sorry, Bear. That's heartbreaking. Oh.
With all her extreme beliefs that she's vocalized, why would she think she could just come to the United States? I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna do anything, but I've already seen people on Twitter talking about calling ICE. They've been adding ICE, like, just letting you know, like, why would she even I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Okay, back to the clip.
Poor Bunny. He's in the rainbow. What do they say? Cross over the rainbow bridge? Aw. Me and Juice.
I hate her. She doesn't care that that person lost their pet. I don't know why they would announce it to Foodie Beauty. She's busy eating, but I mean, I don't know them, but I hope they're okay. Bubbles and Cheek said Foodie's reactions to and about Sally are just weird. She gushed about him more when they were in the same apartment. Something's wrong here. She probably hasn't really talked to him. He doesn't seem like he would wait around for Foodie Beauty. He's already cheated on her when she was gone for like 3 days. Jenny from HR said it's all an act. If Big Back's lips are moving, she's lying. No shit, Sherlock. I wonder if she is love bombing him because she knows he wants nothing from her except her money. But I think she's also okay with that. I think she's one of those women that's fine with settling and not having real love as long as they could be claimed or say that they're in a relationship. Like she got most of her value from being a wife, right? Fondue Spite Bitch said, "You look swollen as fuck and your lipstick application looks like absolute shit." She's not taking her insulin anymore, is what I heard. How long can a diabetic eat what they want with not taking insulin? She looks like death, dude. This is gonna make her rage, but this is a fucking fact. Foodie, you look like how I looked. Like my face was so fucking swollen in the middle of my addiction. Under my eyes were swollen. I was red and blotchy, yet like, I don't know, pale in some place. It was not a good look, right? But I was dying. You look like how I did after like 3 weeks straight on alcohol and whatever else I was putting into my body. And you wanna know what happened to me? I had a seizure, then a stroke. It's not a fun time, I can tell you that much. I can't think of one fun time during that. It was painful, it was scary. I think my brain is still fucked up from it, seriously. And I don't think you have the will to, like I seriously like, this is not a good thing, right? But, like, even after that stuff, like, I still had relapses, right? I would walk everywhere to get beer with my walker. I would. And that's the only reason I think I survived it because I was so fucking stubborn, and then, like, I had another relapse, and then I finally started getting my shit together, but, like, um, the only reason I was stubborn and I had to walk because getting alcohol delivered during that time wasn't a thing, right? So I had to walk to get what I needed. I don't think she has the fight in her at all. And I don't think she realizes how scary that shit is. She's going to visit doctor now, you think so? A natural color lip looks better. Yeah, I don't think red lipstick ever looked good on her. I think there's some people it looks good on. I do not look good in red lipstick. I will tell you that much. I don't know, picture John Lennon in red lipstick. That's kind of what I resemble. It doesn't look good on me. I don't think so. I do like usually a coral or like even a light pink. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bold, but I feel like maybe very few people can pull it off. It does look good on some people, not on her. And I feel like you need to use lip scrub before you apply lipstick. If you have cakey, flaky lips, red lipstick is just drawing everybody's and I mean, just seeing all your chins Even your chins are swollen. You need a lint roller. I could say more things, but I feel like the biggest bitch in the world right now. That lipstick has too much orange tone. Doesn't Turd Drop live in Texas? That's what I heard. And then I also thought of somebody, I can't say it, but I was like, what are the odds that she's talking to the guy who likes married women? Anyway, my brain went there. Um, I don't know. Would she go to doctor now? I think he's too honest for her. I don't see that working out whatsoever. But I hope she tries and I hope she films it. It doesn't look good on her at all. Doesn't teardrop live there? Kelly! The red brown lipstick bring out the brown of her dying front tooth. Keep showing it off. Yeah, please go to the dentist. And if you don't want to do that, Foodie, a good teeth whitener. Thank you. Gossip Girl said, I changed my mind. Let's pool our money together and get Foodie a tiny home. Only stipulation is there must be a 24-hour feed. That would be so interesting. Foodie in a tiny home. I kind of would want to see it. I think I would subscribe to that. For a 24-hour feed, you could wake up to pee at 2 a.m., have trouble falling back asleep, listen to that. I don't know. At the same time, I wouldn't want to help her out because she doesn't deserve even a tiny home. A shed, nothing. Raised Octillion said, so Chantal lied once again. She just admitted she's staying in the apartment. She's trying to grift from her few remaining bezers by telling them she's homeless. That's so gross to me. Why would you pretend to be homeless? Ella said, and I guess Smokey is still there? Raised Octillion said, that's what I'm thinking. Smokey is there all alone while she sits in her car stuffing her face. And Brett said, then she admitted to lying. Come on. To the rescue when she said she found Smokey. Yeah, I have a clip of that. Raised Octillion said, such a piece of shit. Reality Check said, of course she's been in that apartment, so they really think she'd inconvenience herself. Jeez. Sam said, so that's why the suitcase is in the back. It's the sympathy suitcase. Try to get donations from those poor duped people who support her. She is the worst human. Chris said, oh, that sucks. Though my prayers have been answered. Orlando said, how much more betrayal can I take? I don't know. You said, this is great. It's what I voted for. Blimp said she lies for the sake of lying. She's a fat piece of shit. She's a pathological liar. She is. She needs to get help. And I think if she's not a pathological liar, then she's allergic to telling the truth. Like she's just incapable of doing that for some reason. Nana Spiked, he said, if this is actually Salah, is he trying to imply that he's hiking somewhere at a high altitude? Like Mount Everest? Yeah, right, and still carting Julia around? He's as stupid and as delusional as Foodie Beauty. Salah said, my love. Oh yeah, I will quickly fill the oxygen tank and come back, because the nitrogen and carbon dioxide are increasing dramatically. I don't know if that is him, he's fucking high. Or drunk, and maybe his English is better when he's high or drunk. Sorry for the delay. Unlike Chantal, I have a real job, Pizza Shit said. She's binging Wendy's in her car. She said she had to get all her stuff from the rental and might road trip bees. Says that she might road trip to Texas. Still trying to convince us that her being homeless in a rental is the best thing that can happen. Says she has to stay in the area for a while since she's planning on traveling with her family next week. She's planning a surprise road trip, talking about 90 Day Fiancé, asking if there is a visa where you can take your spouse somewhere. Surprise, she also has nachos. Says she's been really busy and hasn't been answering emails or messages. Spills food all over herself like a baby. Putting on makeup in the car. Her poor mom. That car looked really clean when we first saw it. Brief bouts of rage. She's clearly humiliated, but doing everything to convince herself everything is fine, pretending she's going to be nomadic. Complaining about Smokey being fat and greedy?
Sorry, you're on the run. Oh, I'm not sorry. Thank you. I'm actually excited for just traveling around, doing whatever, being free, not being stuck without anything in a little apartment. No, eating ravioli. Like, who cares? Oh. Sorry, you're on the run. Oh, I'm not sorry. Thank you. I'm actually excited for just traveling around, doing whatever, being free, not being stuck without anything in a little apartment. No, eating ravioli. Like, who cares?
I feel like they're gonna break up soon. I don't know. I have moments where I listen to her and I feel like she's hinting at things. Oh, then she ends the stream, bitter as ever, promising to return. Jeff said, and it still looks better than her. You can put lipstick on a pig. I think the pig looks gorgeous. I do. Jeff said her dream living situation is Ricky and the shipmobile, apparently. I mean, nobody wants to admit they ate 9 cans of ravioli. Anne said she's fat and greedy. JFC, this cunt. She's in Alaska? Said pathetic. Sharon said Smokey, fat and greedy. Has she ever looked in a mirror? I feel like she says what she really feels about herself and projects it onto poor Smokey. Hey Eric, Salah's too stupid to know how altitude works or affects the human body. He was saying he was in space. Her mom's car, I can't say it, shmee. The car probably smells like stale food and filth. I mean, I think about too, like some people are car people. I remember as a little kid basically being trained because my dad's like a car person, takes care of his cars, doesn't want anybody eating in it. Like he would tell us not to step in grease, to walk around things and do all that so we wouldn't track it into the car. Anyways, like her mom looks like she cared about her car and it probably is going to stink now. It probably has grease stains all over it. The car will never be the same. Never. Freya's cat said gorgeous, beautiful, graceful. She is Foodie Beauty. Her lips look like an asshole, do they not? I don't know if there's any nicer way of saying it. An asshole with hemorrhoids. I don't know. I know she thinks she's the hottest woman on YouTube, and I'm trying to think of like, what does she see when she looks in the mirror, right? Like, what does she see? Does she own a mirror? A funhouse mirror? It gives her a whole new face and body? I don't know. But imagine coming online looking like this and saying you're prettier than 90% of YouTube and everybody is just jealous of you. I don't want 9 chins. Obesity D's Nuts said, I hate to besmirch the name of Kathy somebody, but she's giving Mary Sanderson. I can't say the name. Najimi? I don't know. I'm terrible with names. Anyways, it's the Sanderson sister, okay? Tara Lee said professional YouTuber fires up a live with an almost dead battery so she can entertain you. Where is the entertainment, Foodie Beauty? Tossing cats like they're nothing and reading your chat is the exact opposite. You're a clown, and I've always hated clowns. Same. Clowns and those My Buddy and Me and Kid Sister dolls. They're very scary. This is how she goes out in public. I mean, when you're around the house, it's one thing to wear your shirt that you're cleaning in and there's dog hair on it, right? Because you have dogs. There's another thing to go out in public with like everybody from Canada's lint stuck to you. And it just like her chins look like a ball sack. I feel like we shouldn't be staring at this. I know she's supposed to be modest and all that stuff. Does it not look like balls to you? I don't know. I have nothing nice to say to this woman or about this woman. I really can't stand her and I wish she would stop getting animals. I guess when she stops getting animals to abuse and neglect, I might be a little kinder. But in the meantime, you're filthy, you're unkept, you're greasy. I don't know what you have against a shower other than you can't fit in it. But even then, there's no excuse. Take a sponge bath, okay? Fill a little tub with water, put some soap and a washcloth in it, and do what you have to do. Why do you like to smell your own ass and armpits? And your own breath. I will never understand it. Bath and Body Works, my friend, go buy all this stuff so you'll be excited about showering, right? I'm like, I love showering. Well, I don't like shaving in the shower. That's a pain in the ass. The days I have to shave my legs, I wish I could skip the shower. But for the most part, I enjoy having like a nice body soap from Bath and Body Works, right? And you smell good during the bath, you smell good for a while, or shower, you smell good for a while after. I enjoy the smell of deodorant. You know, when you lift up your arms and you get like a scent of baby powder or whatever else you like. That is a good time. You know, it's also a good time having fresh breath. I don't know why she doesn't like any of those things. Hectaglama said super high and doesn't want us to see, or she couldn't be bothered to drive somewhere that wouldn't be obvious. In other words, parked outside of her mom's. Oh, because Kayla said, do y'all have any idea why Chantal won't go on camera? She keeps putting up a black screen, and I can't figure out why she's only sitting in the same car she's already shown us. Why do you guys think she's doing it? At least they're shaved. Yeah, I hate shaving though. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know. For the most part, I love being a woman. That's one of the things I wish having long body hot hair was more acceptable because I would just live my best hippie life. I would have long leg hair and I would go braless and I would live among the sunflowers. Oh no, I hate shaving though. Nana Spike T said to keep people guessing, she probably unshowered wearing the same dirty clothes. Whatever, it is my question. Why isn't she streaming while Slaw is awake? Oh wait, he was up all hours too, so where is he? Kalia said, I think she gave him a bit of money the last time he came in chat, and I bet she hasn't heard from him since. She probably wants to keep paying him, but she can't, and this month was a nice size check. Everyone says next month coming, she's hardly going to have anything. Hectic said super high and doesn't want us to see, or she couldn't be bothered to drive somewhere that wouldn't be obvious. So, like, parked outside of her mom's. Kalia said, oh, right, that's right. She wouldn't want people to see that she's high, especially if she's going to drive, and she definitely would still drive high. Yikes. Sultan said drama. She's so unsafe now, guys. She needs your donations for a new safe place. Blondie said the farmers keep exposing her location, so she's trying hard to be smart. Yeah, I mean, they doxed her location based on like a tree and its leaves, I think. I think at the beginning of the stream, I had it up on the screen where she was last time. I don't remember where it was, but I had it up towards the beginning. Lucky Lola said, Foodie just said the car is an Outlander. That's what her mom drives, so unless Chantal rented the same car as she owns, this is not a rental. Yeah, what are the fucking odds? Mrs. Moore said, unless she's renting it from her mom. Lucky said maybe, but I doubt her mom would just let her have her car for days at a time. She has a job to get to and from. So how sad for her mom. She has to work, go pick her bum daughter up, drive her around town, then let her use the car for a little bit so she can stream, and then she drives the car back to you and you have to drop her ass back off at home? Like, at what point do you stop being a burden to your mother? Orlando said, so she's letting her ruin her car? Lucky said, seems like it. When has she ever been one to tell Cutie no? Never, which is why she is how she is today. Seriously. I know some people, like, it's not their parents' fault, but Foodie is definitely her parents' fault. Oh, wait. Why am I scrolling up like I had nothing else to cover? Hold on. I don't even remember where we were. Kind of. Did we see this one? Shit, why did I have to go and do that? I just started scrolling up and away. Okay, no, we still have. I missed a lot. Give me a second. Everything is urgent with these dumb hoes. Lying piece of shit admits to being a lying piece of shit. Okay, I'm still too far ahead of myself. Seeing her miserable and alone in her mom's car with all of her worldly possessions in a single suitcase. I would say that's karma, Foodie. You've been nasty, evil, and hateful, and now you have a suitcase to your name, and that's about it. I would start putting good vibes and good energy out there. Like, you can't afford any more negative energy. You can't. Nana Spike T said, then mentions the landlord lives there. What the fuck? I swear her mouth is as big as her gunt. Oh, this is where she doxes the landlord. Hectic said, after making all the bezers worry about her, Foodie admitted she's been sleeping in the apartment. Nana Spike T then mentions the landlord lives there. What the fuck? I swear her mouth is as big as her gunt. Debbie said, yes, that was quite an interesting thing. So that means he heard her going up and down the stairs all day and all night long to get takeout and delivery orders. He also saw her bring the cat inside, and he also smelled her smoke. Yikes. She's just doxing everybody lately. I can't, I just won't move. I'm sort of large up there anyway. Oh man, to go braless would be amazing. Yeah, I hate bras. I really do. I want to burn my bras. Well, I need them for now. But one day, I don't know, I'll get to a point where I'm just wearing muumuus and braless in my old age. And so for now, I'll wear my bras until I go muumuu and braless, okay? Anyways, Foodie, Kristen posted this lying piece of shit admits to being a lying piece of shit. By the way, if Foodie goes live today, I could snipe. I just wanted to basically get us all caught up. So when she does go live, we could just hop on because we've already talked about it all.
Smokey's rehomed and happy, so whatever. I messaged like a bunch of rescues for him and none of them would take him. The SPCA, you have to fill out a form, then the manager has to review it. It's not, I needed to like rehome him ASAP because I had to be out of there. So I was really worried about that. So I'm just like, maybe if I lie and say that he was found, because if I don't say that, they're going to be like, okay, well, you know, the onus is on you to rehome him. And it's like, I don't have time. Like it's urgent, you know, it has to be urgent, but that backfired. So
Do we even believe she was really kicked out at this point? I don't know. This suitcase seems strategically placed, right? If she was so scared of staying there because she was doxxed, why did she stay there? None of this is adding up to me. What do you guys think is really going on with her?
anyways, they know the whole story now. So
But the apartment was listed for July, available for July. I don't know. They needed to be rid of Foodie Beauty. Too hard to find a form. God, I hate her. I hate her too, honestly. My reason's very personal, but like the animal stuff doesn't help at all. Debbie's World said, or posted a screenshot of Salah saying, babe, get the apartment ready. Yalla. My flight almost take off. Do you see how he always sounds different? This isn't him. I guess these are the places Foodie wants to go. Two-Tailed said the place Foodie wants to go versus where she'll actually be going. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous this is. So instead, she'll be going to Wendy's. Instead of this, she'll be at Taco Bell. Kristen said Chantal basically laid out every place she's looked into going, and the list included the Nights Inn and Malaysia. All right, good luck to you, Foodie. Possum Queen said, to be honest, I believe Foodie Beauty is broke. Like, really broke, and probably can't afford the flight to Malaysia because I feel like with how little she uploaded in June, her check was small. Big Fat Cat, sorry. I have a theory about her eviction. Yes, the whole sublease with her mom and the cat, but I bet the nail in the coffin was the nicotine smell, because look how bad she smoked her shisha. That's true. If you're not a smoker, you could smell that shit from a mile away. That could have been it, Eric. Daryl said, the patron saint of hungry cats. Didn't you used to leave your apartment at 2 a.m. to feed cats? Wasn't that the excuse you gave for ripping baby Bruce from his mother? But now hungry cats are a problem? Well done, her true colors always show.
he needs it. He needs it. He needs like strict. I've never I don't remember having a cat like Smokey was like constantly bugging for food. And I felt bad because like I know what that's like to be like addicted to food. But he was like always hungry. Always, 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 always. You're free and that's a good feeling. Yep. He needs it. He needs like strict.
That's sad.
I
You're free and that's a good feeling.
of the chicken. No more food, guys.
Take this shit.
Here. My bone. Okay. I think I'm done eating.
Sure, Jan.
Alhamdulillah.
صح وعافية.
You guys want to see the remainder of the chicken?
Sweet love.
Not really.
Sweet
You
love.
want to walk after?
Nope. It's too hot. I'm going to pass out right now.
That was a 14-piece meal.
Yeah, I want.
Where do you want to walk?
Here, in the park.
Are you going to eat this coleslaw, huh?
If you like it, eat it.
No, I'll just have another bite and you can have the rest, okay? What's this?
Jesus.
Oh my god, you're wasting this skin?
Okay, I'm done. I don't remember seeing that part. I must have blocked it out. She was eating his chicken skin. I am not okay at all. That's how greedy she is. She ate basically the whole 14 pieces. She probably finished off those last few we saw too. And she's so fucking greedy, she starts eating the chicken skin. Mrs. Foodie said wants to be free and not stuck in a small apartment. Just admit you and your roommate are over. See, I feel like she does little hints too. I feel like the marriage arc is gonna be over. At the same time, though, I wouldn't be surprised to see her pop back up in another country stalking him, like she found out he was in Thailand somewhere. So she's suddenly gonna go vacation there. Eric said she hates all medical advice on weight to overweight people like herself from people trained in health. But is by the book of Nancy with the medical specialist for animals, it's the same thing basically. Mrs. C said that's why you put them on a routine. So disgusting. I don't remember that part either. Yeah, I feel like I block a lot of stuff out with her. Hectoclama said Foodie was so worried about people knowing where her apartment was that she moved out immediately with nowhere to go. Also, she just told us when she's going camping with her family, after having showed us the exact location of the campground they go to in. What if that's her reason why she can't go? Because people will know that's where she's camping and they'll hide out in the bushes trying to get a picture of her. The person updated this calendar, by the way, meowing for treats. They accidentally put June. Wait, I don't know. They messed up somewhere. July 29th. I think it was right here. Admits to sleeping in the apartment and lying to the cat rescue. Talks about road tripping instead of renting again. Talks about Malaysia. Maybe Salah is there. Claims she has quit weed and gave away her edibles. Yeah, okay. Since Foodie hates spreadsheets and everything else, I just like to remind her that people are doing calendars on her. So we could keep up with what she did every single day. Fuck June, not July. It's okay. Good job for doing that. Persephone said, I don't know if I'm the only Canadian that finds this hilarious because we all know so many Canadians that have canceled summer plans to the US because of everything going on, and here she is planning on going. She's so tone deaf. Canada to the States travel was down almost 40% last month. Anyways, is there a clip here? Cinnamon said, I only go to Detroit, not much because I live right across the water, and they do have some great places and things to do. There's a camaraderie between Windsor and Detroit, especially in my boating community, but no other plans to travel anywhere else in the States. Well, good for you. Brown Eyed Girl said she never pays attention to current events. My bet is she has no idea what's happening in her own country, and with all of the reports on what's happening when you try to cross, she will be cooked. You know what's weird? I have this maple syrup from Canada that I use for my sweet potatoes, and for my pancakes and for my Eggo sandwiches that I created that are so fucking good. And I'm not going to stop using it. So I'm sorry if you're from Canada and you hate Americans. I really enjoy your maple syrup, okay? I don't remember what kind it is off the top of my head. I feel like it's in a large gray bottle and it has a like a leaf on it. You know the leaf I'm talking about. What the fuck is it called? I don't know. But it does something to my sweet potatoes. It makes them like the best sweet potatoes you will ever have in your life. Greetings, everyone. Hello, Joe. Sniper! If she gets stopped at the border, they won't do anything. They'll just tell her to turn around. They will not detain her. Why would she even risk it, though? Like, why? Why? Daryl said if Foodie Beauty goes to the States, it would be a shame if every place she went to was sent a video of her singing Pumped Up Kicks, describing the size of the bullet holes and kids screaming the song is America's anthem. If you don't understand why a lot of people hate Foodie Beauty, can I remind you of the time she did all of this? She is awful. Don't come to the States, Foodie. Not your mother said, hey, Chins. An unemployed, broke white Canadian woman in a hijab is supposedly married to a Syrian man, still in the Middle East, or somewhere in a rental car with no fixed address crossing the Canadian-US border? Going to Texas? Good luck with that. Look at these replies. Hi, Sniper. Danny said the years of a tourist visa to a Middle Eastern country and relatively short period in Canada before trying to cross into the US is what's going to get her flagged. And once you're flagged, that never comes off. I hope she live streams it. Texas said it's hot here. Oh, and no one would put up with her crap either. I feel like anywhere she went to here, I mean, she swears in Canada everybody just goes around farting. She said people do it there. It's not a big deal. Like, I don't think people would treat you very kindly if you went farting around in our Vons or whatever, you know, or in the aisle next to us at Albertsons. She's also rude. I don't think people would treat her very kindly. Krista said it's the Texas part that's really going to screw her over. Freebird said, I hope ICE grabs her. Wouldn't that be hilarious? How would she eat? Cowboy Dog said Chantal mentions that sometimes her depression and paranoia gets really, really bad. Could it be the handsomest man didn't earn her trust back after all? I mean, I feel like when somebody cheats, there's always going to be trust issues. He cheated on her last time she was in the ER in Canada. Not last time, but one of the times. You know what I mean? So anyways, he did that. Now they don't know when they're gonna see each other again in different countries. He's probably cheating on her now. Susan said, I can tell you as much. Anyways, like I can't imagine staying with somebody that I don't trust because I would drive myself insane, right? Like she has nothing else to do but sit there and wonder what Salah's doing. Susan said, I could tell you as much as to do with the amount of THC in her system. It will make someone with depression or otherwise even more paranoid and depressed. So will cocaine and meth, though. Newt said it's the stupid amount of weed she uses. It can help anxiety and depression when used correctly in lower doses of the right strain, but our girl and moderation aren't on the same plane of existence. Ambrielle said, or all the drugs, that part right there. Who knows what she's done since she's been back in Canada? Ice Smith said, well, she should be insecure about him. I'd bet good money he never stopped cheating the whole time. Exactly. Powderay said, too much weed. She has to overdo everything. She can't just have a good time. She has to get fucked all the way up. It takes a lot of everything to satiate her. Iron Stuff said, well, it could be the fact that she wakes up every day looking like that. That would immediately trigger those feelings for anybody. Yeah, that's true. Too tired for this set or just the weed? Memphis said she don't give two shits about Salah. It's the drugs. I'm telling you, if she's messing with the snow again, like that shit made me so paranoid. Oh my God. I was convinced everybody was talking about me. The police were going to show up any moment, all kinds of stuff. Eyelash said, oddly terrifying, but true. Anyways, as far as the depression part goes, like if she abuses everything she does. She's in the middle of like all of her addictions. Like, of course, she's probably feeling a bit depressed, right? This is horrible. This is why she's depressed. I saw when scrolling Facebook the other day, I forget what country this lady went to, but she came back with a whole new face. Like she was in her 50s and had normal aging going on, and then she got a facelift and something else done. Was it Peru? I can't remember. She went somewhere and she somehow looked like she was 21 with a whole fucking new face. So, Foodie, maybe you should try that. Maybe you'll be more excited to get up out of bed and face the day without 9 chins? I don't know. I'm trying to help here. Your girl Chantal hit go live today from her luxury roadside suite. This is a recap from Foodie Beauty's live yesterday. Um, so live stream recap 629, the fast food nomad edition. Your girl Chantal hit go live today from her luxury roadside suite, aka her car, parked like a criminal on the run, crammed tighter than a spring roll. In the back, a full suitcase. In her lap, a mukbang. Naturally, she kicked things off by announcing she's moved out of her apartment. Translation: evicted. Again. But don't worry, she's thriving in the chaos. Nothing screams thriving like mayonnaise dripping down your face while you freeze in a parked car. She teased a road trip: Texas, Malaysia, a stop on Mars? Who knows? Her imagination is packing harder than her suitcase. Salah, her husband, drifted into the chat, cracked some incoherent space jokes, and pieced out faster than her will, to be honest. Meanwhile, Chantal deep-throated a Wendy's burger like it owed her money, talking with a full mouth, food launching like debris, hands suspiciously dirty, ring circulation cut off. But don't worry, she flashed that ring like it's proof of love and not desperation. Then, surprise, nachos! A bonus course of chili cheese sludge, ew, which she inhaled like a Dyson vacuum. She wiped her mouth with her hand, not a napkin in sight. Mayonnaise and shame smeared across her face like war paint. The queen beezer then muted the stream, turned off the camera, and ghosted for 10 minutes. Poo break or edible break? You decide. She returned glassy-eyed, lipstick smeared like a toddler's crayon drawing, then reapplied it in a shade that screamed drugstore clown couture. Wait, maybe she's doing favors for drugs. She got to return glassy-eyed, her lipstick was smeared. Plot twist, she wasn't sleeping in the car all week. Nope, she lied. She was in her apartment all along until she moved out. You know, chaos and lies. Her brand. She droned on about being happy now while managing to look like she just cried into a frostbite sandwich. She talked about Julia the cat, still no updates obviously, and admitted to lying to every shelter about Smokey, because telling the truth would mean being responsible, which, to be fair, is not in her vocabulary. Wrapped it all up with the vague threats of camping vlogs without the family and more half-hearted promises she might stream later, or not. Depends on if her parking spot has Wi-Fi. Stay tuned for more Live, Laugh, Lie, the Foodie Beauty story. This is horrible. Ew. I do not want to tell you what's going through my mind right now. It's far too early for this, but I have a whole conspiracy that she's doing favors for drugs. I said what I said. If she goes live later to rage about it, I could cover it. Living in a camper and says she doesn't need stability. Everybody needs stability.
My family has a camper that can sleep like 8 people, so just gotta hook up the CPAP.
Abby, hey.
What's he doing with an? Yeah. I'm like thinking, well, there goes my stability, but then I'm thinking, I don't need stability. Maybe I thrive on chaos. Who knows? My family.
Addict behavior. It is. When I was in addiction, I wouldn't know how to act if there was anything normal going on. It's like you crave messes, you crave chaos. Things are boring if they're too normal. I don't know, it's very much addict behavior. Mad Block Plus said, I highly doubt Foodie Beauty is going on the family camping trip. She hates spending time with them. She'll stay back and have the house, car, and Uber Eats to herself. I picture her doing that. And she'll use the excuse that it's been doxed where she's going to camp, and that's why she can't go. That it's safer for them if she stays back and watches everybody's stuff. Your mom's emotional support carrot said, since when does Salah correct his mistakes? Chantal, admit he's no longer speaking to you. You chose an equally daft substitute for him. So he says, babe, maybe they will think I'm trolling, lol, but seriously, I'm taking off soon. That's not Salah. How embarrassing if you have to pretend to be your boyfriend or husband or whatever else in like a live chat. I don't know. Pizza shit said Chantal, on account of all Americans, please come to Texas. Right now is a great time to vacation as a tourist. PI said we double dog dare you. I hope it's all filmed if she shows up in Texas. Salt and South said, I'd love to see our border patrol look at her passport. Multiple stamps from Kuwait, white Canadian woman cosplaying Muslim. On questioning why she's there so frequently, no doubt she'd brag she was meeting up with her Syrian husband. This is funny. Ice, ice, baby. Carrie said, at ICE, Gov is aware of Chantal, and she is still wanted in Kuwait for filming protected installations, money laundering, and other crimes, allegedly. Come on, Foodie Beauty. Try crossing the US-Canada border. I dare ya. Pretending to be homeless for donos is not a new grift on YouTube. Welcome to the bottom of the barrel, Foodie. That's true. But none of those people who do it for, like, even the Thorpes, right? Like, they're not known for anything good, right? I don't know. I think she thinks she's gonna have a good reputation by the end of this somehow. It's not a good thing, Foodie. Pastor said, yes, right now is the perfect time of year to travel to Texas, especially if you have a global hate mob watching your every move for abandoning, mistreating 6 animals within 3 years. 3 within the last couple months alone. Enigma said she said that the landlord lived in the building. So that means the issue with the cat was either staged or a lie, because if they were living there, they had to have known she had a cat. They knew how loud she was and how she lived.
Like what it was like. It wasn't like, I liked it. Like I thought it was cute and cozy. But some things I don't like about it, the landlord lives in the building. There's stairs. No.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mandrews. Hey, Vista. They may already be camping, and that's how and why she got the car. Ew.
Ways like what it was like. It wasn't like, I liked it. Like I thought it was cute and cozy. But some things I don't like about it, the landlord lives in the building. There's stairs. No way. Like what it was like.
Anyways, you weren't happy there. You didn't even fucking unpack or attempt to. You hung up some hooks for your CPAP. That's about it. I feel like when you move somewhere, the whole moving process is stressful and it's not fun. But once you get to where you're going to, there is fun in unpacking things and finding a home for them, right? And making this space your own. She didn't have that same joy. I think she's just broken. Blowing out someone else's candle won't make yours shine brighter. Remember that. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she used 3 different apps. Anyways, Foodie, you're a bitch, and I never want to hear you complain about doxing again. You doxed the landlord. You did, hoping your bezers harass him. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's the red lippy. It's definitely the 3 different apps. Definitely. Foodie, we know what you really look like. Your teeth are trying to leave your mouth. Do you know that? If you didn't, I'm trying to let you know. And next time you do a filter and you're trying to change your eye color, make sure it lines up. Eek. All right, let's keep going, you guys. Please. Oh, thank you. Yes, please hit the like button, you guys. Why did she dox the landlord's address? Because she's a bitter, nasty, hateful cunt, and since she's not living there anymore, she doesn't care about anybody else's safety. Only her safety and privacy is important, okay? Nobody else deserves peace. Nobody else deserves to feel safe. Only Foodie Beauty. Only Foodie. London Rain said, please don't tell me she's coming to the US. Keep Chantal away from the USA. Canada produced this shithead, and they should keep her. That's my vote. No offense to my Canadian friends out there, but I feel like you all created this monster. You got to figure out what to do with her, right? We already have enough problems over here in the States. Like, everything is so fucking expensive. She's going to make everything even more expensive. And we don't want it. Good luck to you, Canada. Let me know if you need anything. Shannon said, Chantal looks and sounds terrible. How long can a diabetic go without insulin? I feel like I asked that, and then I didn't check to see what you guys said. But Blondie said not long the way she's eating, but she doesn't care. You can't convince me this woman wants to live for long. If you're told you're diabetic and you need to be on these medications to save your life, do you fuck around with it? Or do you want to stick around a little while longer for your kids or your family or your pets or whatever? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is her behavior is not somebody who wants to live another 10 years. I feel like I'd respect her a lot more if she just came online and said that. Like, I want to eat myself to death. This is how I choose to live. Anyways, your mom's emotional support carrot said, I'm guessing right about now, Chantal is smelling like a bin at the fishing boat dock. Oh God, and that's a horrible smell. I bet she's worse. Kelly said, hey guys, I noticed Chins is trying to be a proper dainty girl when she eats lately. What do you think happened to make her eat like this? Because up to a few days ago, she was eating like a slob. Her single,
Thanks, no.
I feel like her single arc is coming.
Thanks, Marilla.
Wait, Kathy said Canada now has a free dental program for low-income people. If she was smart, she would get her butt to the dentist. Wow. She said before she'd rather die fat and eating whatever she wants. I hate watching her eat.
You?
Cypher said Chantal embodies all the stereotypes.
No. It's not in my purse.
This is her eating dainty?
Hey, Snoop.
Is this just on a loop? Well, I don't know if that's her eating dainty. I still think she's being disgusting. Gossip Girl said, I noticed that too. Is it only happening when the scat man is in the chat? Kelly said, I don't know, but he knows how she eats. I guess it's a little better than normal. I still think she has no manners. Bubbles and Cheek said she's also been trying not to swear. I've been thinking Sally finally put down one of his gnarly, hairy feet. Could explain why she's being so weird about him, too. He said, shape up or I'm red rooming. Either way, he's gonna red room. Blondie said, I think this was the make or break them type deal. She had to prove she will change. I think he's so over it now, he's just playing the part. Punky said she's on the prowl for a new man. I can see that. I could see that. Chris Martin said it's not her car and the rental car company will keep her deposit if it isn't returned in the condition it was leased. Kelly said, but why is she covering her mouth when she talks and closing her mouth when she chews? Nona said, maybe because she's in a more public place. She's at a campsite, right? Maybe there's other people around. She gets ashamed when other people see her eat. Laura said if the car is actually a rental, she doesn't want damage fees. Also, people are around where she parks occasionally, and I think she's embarrassed to be a complete slob where strangers can stare at her. It's either for a man or because there's people nearby. And she doesn't want people to point and be like, look at how the fat lady's eating. Top Bubby said, are you ready, Malaysia, for these two criminals on the run from Kuwait? P.S. The kitty is innocent. Yeah, let the kitty stay. But be careful if you see this man. He wants to grape women and their crosses and their Bibles. He's a scammer. He's just a big pervert. So keep your purses nearby, put the cross necklace in your shirt so he can't see it, and this woman will eat all your food. Keep the cat though. She's nice. She's less trouble out of all of them. Wonder Mom said one side of me thinks that not even Foodie Beauty can be stupid enough to go to the US. She said stupid things about the US, Trump, bombing people, Israel, Iraq, and now honor killings are okay. These are all things she has said. She is cross-playing being Muslim. The other side of me can't wait to watch. I know. It's one of those things. I'm like, God, I really don't want her here. But if she's going to attempt to come, please let it all happen on live stream. Cosplaying. Wonder Mom said, I know, autocorrect and my German behind are a bad combination. I did not see it. Wonder Mom, oh wait, this account I blocked, whoever they are. I'm of mixed opinions too. Not gonna lie, if she does go, I think it'll be interesting to say the least. Wonder Mom said, I always think that we haters care more about her safety than her bezers, and she herself do. Fed Up said, what's crossplaying? Sounds kinky. Wonder Mom said, can be if you're into it, but I think Chantal always does wrong. Oh God, is that anime? I don't know. I don't feel like I know enough about furries, and I don't really want to be honest with you. Okay, what is this? While you can't reinvent yourself, while you can reinvent yourself, you can't, I can't talk, you can't outrun yourself. The common denominator in all the terrible things that have happened to you is you. Everywhere you go, there you are. Foodie, you need to meditate on that and think about what exactly this means. Let's see if I have anything else. Wonder Mom said, like Foodie Beauty's body, her channel is dying slowly, a little more each day, shutting down more and more and more. Her channel will go out like she will, silent and leaving the smell of rotting ass behind like a fart. There will be no big show. It will just end. Shanigan said, I can feel Chantal's channel dying. If she doesn't do something drastic in the drama department, her channel will never recover, and she might actually have to get a job. Good luck. She not only overplayed her hand, but exposed it for all to see. Well said. Hold on. I want to see what this is in response to. Salt and South said, I can't be by myself. All apartments would be depressing if I'm by myself. Quoting Foodie Beauty. It's not the apartments, it's you. And that's something an adult takes to therapy, not goes on a road trip to attempt to outrun. Wherever you go, there you are, and your issues will still be. Exactly. I think of times in my life where I thought going to a rehab or a sober living in a completely different city was going to be the thing to fix my problem or fix things or fix my situation. But I brought me and all my problems to every single beach in all the different cities, right? And at that point, I truly didn't want to change. So I was bringing myself all the issues with me. I blame it on the sober living. Oh, they kicked me out because XYZ. Oh, they did this. Oh, this person's doing that. But really, like, I was the issue. I was. For a long time, I thought my family was the problem. Like, if only they treated me nicer. No, I was the problem. I was the problem. So until I fixed my situation, fixed what was hurting within me, all of that, like all my issues were going to follow me because I was the problem. Anyways, I don't know if anybody could relate to that. I don't know what happened to Pete's But I think he's curling his hair now. You need to cut it off. Cut it all off. It looks like they're actually turning into dreads. He's not curling them. It's just matted. Cut your hair off, Pete. At this point, I think you have lice. Salt and Sass said, damn, Pete's looking more bridge troll than ever. Duchess said, is he curling the ends of his hair? I said, it looks like it. No, I think it's just matted. Damn, does he ever leave the house? Salt and Sass said, doesn't look like it. Acadia says he has zero ambition in life except going online. Wonder where he learned that. Okay, I'm not talking about the dreads that people actually take care of. Do you know what I mean? Those are beautiful. I'm talking about the matted hair that starts curling and doing its own thing because he never brushes it or washes it or conditions it or anything, okay? Alice said he has creeped me out ever since I discovered Girl World almost 3 years ago. He has creepy energy. He gives me the same energy as Salah. I'm sorry if you really like Pete's, but I don't like him. He gives me a bad feeling. If you guys need to listen to any good music today, Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers is a good one. Take It Easy by the Eagles. I don't know, I just feel like that always puts me in a good mood. Or Spirit in the Sky, but please only listen to this version because if you hear them sing it live, it will ruin the whole ass song for you. So look up Spirit in the Sky 1970 and don't venture out to any other version, okay? All right, you guys, basically, I just wanted to get us all caught up on what was going on with Foodie. So if she goes live today, I can snipe and we'll already know what happened so we don't have to like do a whole Twitter recap. We could just watch her whole 23 minutes or however long she'll be live this time. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. He is a freak, funny balls. He is. I bet he hasn't had it cut since 2021 when Foodie cut it for him. Yikes, he likes ponies. Yeah, he has My Little Pony sheets. And I don't care how anybody tries to justify it to me. Why does a grown ass man have My Little Ponies and My Little Pony sheets? Okay. Nothing is ever going to make that normal to me. I said what I said. I feel how I feel. He's weird. He's fucking weird, dude. All right, you guys. Thank you, Be Kind, for gifting the memberships. Welcome, Old Wrinkly Wiener. Please reach out to me and I will get you the link to our Discord. If you're a Breezy Bunch member, reach out to me in general if you haven't yet, and we'll get you the link. We just talk about foodie beauty stuff there outside of the live stream. We keep it drama free, just a good time. I love you guys. Thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. If you see Foodie go live, look for me like 10 minutes later and I'll hop on. Bye, everybody.